We touched down on the astral plane with a starstruck boy and promised like a ball and chain. Tired and weary and a little forlorn, I was hoping to find myself reborn. And something was lost and gained, but nothing so easily explained. You dream of colors and I dream of gold. You dream of summers, but my dreams leave me cold. I thought I knew just what I wanted, but now...
How's everybody doing today? So here I am in Vancouver, and what I'm going to do with this video is kind of put together a few spots having to do with Cory Monteith's final days here in Vancouver. This is the city where he passed away. Cory Monteith, star of Glee. He's a musician, singer, dancer, actor, and a Canadian. And I only watched a few episodes of Glee, but I really liked Cory Monteith. I know that's partly because he's Canadian, so there's a sense of pride that comes along with that when you see a Canadian do so well. And also he seemed like such a nice guy, and he did so much good work. He had Project Limelight, which was a free theater program for troubled youths, and he was really heavily involved in that. And not too long before he died, he was in a restaurant right here, and there's a picture taken of him, and he used that as his Twitter profile photo. I'm going to show you where that photo was taken right now. This is just a few days before he passed away. And yeah, we're going to go along, talk about Cory some more, show you some more places, but I want to show you this place first, where that one of the last photos of him was taken, right here. It's actually taken right here. Out of this window right here is where it would have been taken. Because in the photo, you can see, well, it's actually this window, sorry. Excuse me. It's actually this window right here. Because you can see that behind him, the steel grate. That's still here. This is a different restaurant now. It used to be called East of Main Cafe. Now it's called the Ramen Butcher. So it's actually taken out of this window. And you can see those buildings in the background. And he was here with his mentor and someone else who worked for Project Limelight. He was in good spirits, eating food, wasn't drinking. And that's a photo that he put up. Somebody at the table took it of him and tagged him in it, and he used it as his profile photo. He loved it. It's a great picture of him. It's in silhouette, and it was taken right there. So I guess what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go through this together, go to the last places. That's one. There's one or two others. And yeah, it's really, really a tragic loss for the entertainment world, for his family especially, and for his fans around the world. I mean, Glee was a phenomenon, especially for his family. Young, talented, bright, and sadly, addiction got a hold of him. Okay, let's continue. So you can see here, this is a place where Cory was. And there's a couple of photos taken of him outside of this, it's a leather shop for motorcycles. And this used to be a laser cutters cafe, it was called, but you can see all this has changed, the colors in the background. This red pole is in a photo. So Cory was right here. And this may have been the last few photos taken of him. He's posing with the owner of the store. He puts on a t-shirt that sold from here. And then also he's posing with the girl who people thought was Leah Michelle, but it's not. She's holding a couple of beers. Cory is not. But yeah, those are taken right here. And this is a particularly seedy area of Vancouver. Not the greatest, but Vancouver is just off of East Hastings. And I hate to speak ill of any city I'm in, I never do. But some cities have grittier areas than most, or than other cities, I should say. And this is definitely one in Vancouver. So, like I've always said, use extreme caution when coming down to certain areas. And just be aware of your surroundings. But Cory was with friends, and it's the daytime. At night, I would be a little more wary, probably. But sad thinking that Cory was alive and thriving. But those inner demons, like he wasn't drinking, that's what everybody keeps saying. But, well, we're gonna get to that. Cory was staying at the Fairmont Pacific Inn, and that's where he had checked in a few days before he passed away. And on the night he passed away, there were reports that, well, he left the hotel with some friends and went club hopping. Now, that's been disputed. Even one of the clubs, The Roxy, issued a statement saying that Cory was not in the club that night. After research, I've learned that this is the pub that they actually came to, him and his friends, and he was not drinking. He was just hanging out. His friends were drinking, but he was not. And it's called the Portside Pub, and it's right here. So it's inside this pub. I'm not sure, it's a Portside Gastown. This is Gastown district, I should have said that. Unfortunately, it's a temporary closure right now due to COVID. So it's not even open for takeout or anything. See if we can get a look inside, see what it looks like. Not the best view. Hard to see. It looks small. I guess it goes far back. It's like a waiter station right in front of us. And a nice couches and stairs to the right going up. That's an ATM machine. But yeah, Cory would have spent the last night with his friends here at this pub. It's definitely a funky little area and cool to probably come and hang out at. It's sad to think, it's very sad. It's an understatement, knowing that was where Cory spent his last time with friends. Because he did pass away in his hotel room alone. So Cory was here, Vancouver native. He was back here in Vancouver for about 7 days, and he was staying here at the Fairmont Pacific Rim. I've read that he was planning on going back to LA and moving in with Lea Michele. I don't believe they were engaged, but they were at the point where they were going to move in together. So he was supposed to check out on July 13th. And July 13th of 2013, around noon, is when his body was discovered on the 21st floor. He was supposed to check out, so by noon or so, they went to and unlocked his door, and they found him unresponsive. Now, the coroner ruled out foul play, and it was said that at first there wasn't any signs of anything in the room that would you'd be suspectful of, like, why he died. But then it was known that there was drug paraphernalia, 2 bottles of champagne, like a spoon with residue on it. Essentially, he was found with heroin in his body, alcohol, and that's 2 depressants together, which for the body is not a good thing, and also codeine and morphine in this hotel here. And I'm not going to go in up to the 21st floor. That's this is just sad enough to know this is where it ended for Cory Monteith, up in that tower there. There's a private viewing held for him that his family and Lea Michele attended, and then he was cremated. And fans came and left lots of tributes to him outside of the hotel. This is right by downtown, right? You see the mountains in the background. I mean, it's a gorgeous area. It's beautiful. And it's probably about a 10-minute walk from the pub, about a 4 or 5 minute drive. And it was ruled accidental. It wasn't on purpose. Really heartbreaking. Yeah, it's even like when you don't know somebody at all, you just know their public persona. It's still sad. It's sad for anyone. I mean, there's people that say, oh, if they're a junk. I've done videos about other people who have succumbed to addiction, and people say it once. Lane Staley, even Kurt Cobain, I've gotten stuff like comments like that. He cast the first stone. Addiction is a disease, and it's terrifying, it's horrible, and it's sad. And like I said, even though I didn't know Cory Monteith at all, I admired him because he was Canadian, and he seemed like a really good guy and was trying to turn his life around. He fought with addiction for a long time, and I bet his family and friends thought he was finally through the door. Sadly, he looks like he was leading a double life, because I don't know. I mean, just from what I've read, I don't know if they suspected it, that he was back doing heroin, which is one of the worst you can do. But right there, that's just kind of a rambling monologue, I'm sorry, but when you come and see this, a place that you read about for a while, 7 years now, and you see it right in front of you, and think, somebody young, vibrant, had a tragic ending here. It just brings it brings a lot of feelings. It's just so sad. Rest in peace, Cory Monteith, and God bless his family. Peace and love to you. If you know someone struggling with addiction, or you are yourself, there are people you can get in touch with. There are places you can go to. It's tough. I know. That's an understatement. But help is out there. And if his death is a lesson for some people, I mean, it's not a good thing, but if it saves a few lives, I don't know. Just remember, help is out there. Okay, peace out. I love you all. Just remember, help is out there. Yeah. It's available. You can find help. Trust me, you can. Peace out.